Hello, good morning. I'm going to make a follow-up on my comments on the YouTube drama. Actually, I'm doing this for everyone who would be concerned about content creators and if they have differences and misunderstandings, because there's quite a bit of that in the YouTube world, and I realize that. And I didn't always come prepared for it, but it is that. And there were times when, people have misunderstandings. And one of the misunderstandings was never cleared up and never resolved. I didn't feel I needed to apologize to that individual because of the way the whole thing was set up was by design on that YouTuber's part. It was a sneaky and underhanded way of doing things, and I saw right through it. So I didn't feel a need to apologize to that person, and she was the one who got mad because I said something that I didn't want to support her channel anymore, and I didn't even specify why. I just said I don't support monthly payments on YouTube channels, simply because I already paid a monthly fee to support the actual YouTube. So plus subscriptions, that adds up. And as far as I know, most people have to work hard for their money. Like Donna Summer used to sing, we work hard for the money. So don't waste it, because I don't understand what point it is to pay for those subscriptions. And if people do pay for subscriptions, they ought to write it off on their taxes or something, because that adds up to be quite a bit of money. People charge anywhere from $2 a month all the way up to $100 a month for a subscription. And that can add up. That's a lot of money. You can write off that money if it's for business purposes, of course. But since these channels aren't what I watch for business purposes, I would be dishonest to say I'm going to write them off as a business expense, and I would get caught and get in a lot of trouble for that. So by all means, I don't even do that in the first place. But I'm not going to waste any time in saying that I do understand that people can be misled, misinformed, and then they totally can't process that right away. So they react to it, and none of us are perfect. We're just, first of all, this person was in shock that they got this information and thought it was me. And I would guess I would be, I don't know why anybody would even care, but if you're in shock that, I'm accused of being associated with one of your so-called enemies or whatever, and thinking that there's some sort of conspiracy going on because I'm a participant, then yeah, that's perfectly understandable, and I would be kind of bent out of shape myself. So that's why I accepted an apology. She got on there and made an apology, and I appreciate that. And lesson learned for both of us. I told you what lessons I learned on the last video, and I'm glad I didn't just insult her and get mad and throw around a whole lot of epithets unnecessarily over something that was a total misunderstanding, and it really wasn't her fault. So it's just too bad that she didn't contact me without doing it in a public video. But I didn't do everything right either all the time. By when I had misunderstandings, I would totally, okay, well maybe I couldn't contact people either if they didn't have an email address, if they didn't have a way of contacting them. And a lot of times on YouTube streets, you do not want to have that much personal contact with anyone. If you're part of their Patreon page, which you're paying for, you probably may have more of an opportunity to contact them directly. But for the most part, you can't really contact people directly on the YouTube streets. You can't take them aside and say, hey, we got to have a conversation. This is going on. Unless you already have some contact with them from the very beginning. And in some cases, there are people who have contact with them. So, but I'm not that person who has contact with all these different people on YouTube streets, because first of all, I don't want contact with everybody on YouTube streets. I just stay in my lane, okay? And if they want me around, they want me around. If they don't, they don't. They make it clear to me if I'm not welcome. And that's fine with me. I can walk away. So, yeah, I'm following up, but that does not mean that I don't have these experiences on a regular basis with some of the content creators who want to twist things out of proportion. So I am very, very careful about interacting with them, participating on these panels, participating on any of the comment sections or the chats, because this is a perfect example of how they can take things and blow them out of proportion for whatever purpose they may have, whether because they want to make their channel go viral, have somebody to make fun of that day, or better yet, just get you in trouble. And that can be very devastating, especially when you have other things in your life to deal with besides dealing with them. So that's my catch up on it. I'm not going to stay much longer. I will be making channels myself. They said, well, you ought to go ahead and make some channels now that they know you. This is not the way I want to be known, by the way. Definitely not. But with all that taken in stride, I'll accept the apology and go on ahead with what I'm going to do. And I wish them well regardless. I wished them well before, and I wish them well today. No grudge, no harm done. And I wish them all the best. And I will be coming on and setting up information, situation channels, life channels, things of interest that other people are doing the same thing. And hopefully staying out of any of the drama, because I do have interest, and if I want to have a difference in opinion, I should be allowed to do so. But if not, then I'll just see what I can do. But I'm going to have some channels that I can direct people to if they want certain types of information or certain types of scenarios. I can have that compartmentalized so everybody can benefit from it if they choose to look at it. So very good commentaries have been given on a lot of the channels, and I still want to be supportive to them, and that's what I'll do. So have a wonderful weekend, have a wonderful holiday if you celebrate it, and I'll be back with everybody. Take care, and thank you for listening.